It's a warm afternoon here in Colombo. Welcome the Hero Cup second ODI between Sri Lanka and Australia. Australia leading the series 1-0. Sri Lanka have to respond. Tilakaratne Dilshan, the most experienced of the Sri Lankan players. And he's got a new partner today. It's Danushka Gunatilaka. Two changes then for the Sri Lankan team. Gunatilaka in, it's one of those. Lakshan Sandakan left out. Dikuge Prasanna is in. Mitchell Starc to open the bowling. Has the knack of picking up early wickets. Did that in that first ODI when he dismissed Kusal Pereira. That's set the tone for your boys, Damien Martin. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to everyone. Here we go. Mitchell Starc start the second one day.
Bit of shape.
The perfect start for him and what we're used to. Previous game, he was the fastest man to 100 wickets in one-day international cricket. That's the reason why. Good bounce. That's what we want to see on this wicket early on. Two slips in place. Aaron Finch and Steve Smith.
Deep square leg and the deep third man are the two fielders outside the circle. First 10 overs, only 2 allowed. A maximum of 2. Little straighter. Wants the single. Gets it. Not easy, never easy taking this man on. Very good, David Warner.
It was a good early call. Positive running, which they need Sri Lanka. He would have been home safe. David Warner. Close.
Oh, well judged in the end, and I think Sri Lanka need to do a lot more of that. That's an area that they let themselves down a couple of days ago, running between the wickets, picking up those singles, making those ones into twos when it goes out into the outfield.
I think what that does is, as a batsman, as you know, Russ, that you walk in and it's a mental attitude, isn't it? It's an intent saying, I want to score off every ball. It's the one that goes across the Mitchell Starc. But you want to score off every delivery, and you want intent. So even if there's no run, you're looking, your calling's positive, your body language is positive. That's what David Warner does very well. Straight away. A bit like Mike Hussey as well. See that energy when they come to the crease.
It also keeps the scoreboard moving. Makes you breathe easier. When you're breathing easier, you make better decisions. The pressure is off you. Oh, too quick. Bat hitting the ground.
147 Ks. That is quick from Mitchell Starc. And this is the delivery that gets so many wickets. Full swinging in. Just missed the outside edge. The Australians would have heard the noise of the bat hitting the wicket. You know it's coming too. The batsman would know this delivery is coming, but you still got to play it.
It looked like it was coming back onto off stump. One change for Australia. Your thoughts on that? Nathan Lyon in for Josh Hazlewood.
No, good option. Nathan Lyon is the leading spinner in Test match cricket for Australia. Played in the West Indies as well and did a good job. So I like that. As we know, these wickets are going to turn. Sri Lanka has a lot of spinners. We only had one really last game with Travis Head bowling a few overs. Good to see a full-time spinner for his 10 overs.
Just the 1 run off the first over. It's 1 for no loss. Kusal Pereira will be at 3. To allow Danushka Gunatilaka to open the batting for Sri Lanka. Later on, Sikuge Prasanna can hit the ball. Sri Lanka usually use him as a floater and bowls good leg spin. Wicket to wicket bowler for Australia. Hazelwood replaced by Nathan Lyon, and Nathan Lyon will open the bowling. He wasn't playing in the first ODI, but picked up the news that got crooked and went back to the hotel. Pulled up fine, back on the park. Turn straight away. Matthew Wade, he is interested. There was a jerk with Gunathilaka's foot. Certainly was. Now, was it in the air when he took the bails off?
Check the front foot. That's all pretty good there, as you would expect from a spinner. Down the other end. Foot goes in the line. It's back easily. Good piece of work, but seen so many of those, haven't we? Batsmen lifting their foot, taking him out of the crease and bringing it back in. To me, it's the turn straight away. New ball. Lyon has a new ball opening the bowling, and we're seeing it grip and go past the outside edge already.
Gunathilaka in his last two innings made 62 at the Oval and 48 in Cardiff. And even Stephen Smith, learning from experiences, decided that he wanted to bat first if he won the toss here. Like in the previous game, that was getting out of jail really, Damien.
Oh, that's nice.
Good piece of fielding, Warner. Cover. Yes, I agree. I think they won that game. They had to chase more. They would have been very nervous with the way the wicket was, and they were losing wickets consistently.
Nice, Gazza.
They now decide to say, well, I'll bat first.
And he doesn't win the toss. Gunathilaka, his last series, he opened in all 5 games against England. 62 and 48 in the last 2. Bit of doubt coming into the game. Tilakaratne Dilshan took a blow on to left thumb.
Nice, Gaz.
But he's pulled up all right, and he gets off the mark with a quick single. So after 2 overs, Sri Lanka now are 3 for no loss. Gets it into the gap. Change his length. It's set up for Dilshan. First boundary for Sri Lanka.
Good shot, good positive shot. Rarely see Mitchell Starc bowled short. It's always going to be full. Dilshan, he was straight onto it, picked it up. That's what good batsmen do. Even though he's thinking get on the front foot, picked that up early and got over the top of it. His outfield is so quick. Good early boundary.
Didn't concede a single boundary in the first ODI, Mitch Starc. Through the covers. 2 plays and a miss. Third time, gets it through.
Great positive start. Back-to-back boundaries. Love that square of the wicket. Down the gap. I think this is the key. I really believe in the first power play. A bit like Aaron Finch did the other night. It's someone gets going in the innings. Okay, it doesn't have to be both batsmen all the time. Someone like Dilshan, we know what he can do. He can take bowlers apart. That get in, take your time, and then say, okay, at some stage, I'm going to really pick up the pace.
The Australia got 60 plus. Finchy played it really well the other day. He got that through the covers. The fielders sit on the circle. Great awareness from Dilshan. There's an opportunity for a single.
What it does, that sort of batting, and what Finch put on Sri Lanka, is it puts the pressure back on the fielding captain and bowling. That straight away shows me that they're on top of their game. They're looking for singles. They're looking for boundaries. They get boundaries, but then they get a single. But it's more, put the pressure on Australia in the first power play.
And that's why Sri Lanka have made this change, bringing Gunatilaka in. So you have Kusal Pereira at 3. It's not easy to go after the Australian bowlers in the first 10. Bowled him. Gets his man, Mitch Starc. Very similar to the Kusal Pereira dismissal. Nice and straight, and the batsman plays the wrong line.
Well, he does it so easy. Once again, stumps go flying. Wickets, LBW and bowled straight through the gate. All the stumps are gone, and it's Mitchell Starc at what we know best.
Danushka Gunatilaka, he's out for 2. Sri Lanka are 12 for 1. Salmendis at 3. Still very young, 21-year-old, high score of 77. He's at the non-striker's end, and Dilshan will be on strike to Nathan Lyon. Bowled him round the legs. Nathan Lyon was appealing, but I'm pretty sure I heard timber. Ball on stump.
Well, I'm as shocked as Dilshan. He's trying to work out how an off-spinner spinning the ball away from the stumps has bowled him. That's why he stood there. He's wondering where the stumps were, where the bails were. Let's have a look. Comes off his pads and does. Hit his leg and onto the stumps. He would have thought maybe that the keeper had knocked the bails off. Lyon was appealing. No one knows what's really going on. And all of a sudden he's out. He's bowled. Second wicket.
Tilakaratne Dilshan's gone for 10. Sri Lanka in trouble, 12 for 2. Sri Lanka's vice captain, Dinesh Chandimal, 80 not out. 5 consecutive half centuries in his last 5 ODI innings. He's coming out to the centre, and this was not planned. Sri Lanka have lost 2 wickets in a hurry. Kusal Pereira was due at 3, and he's been held back because of the off-spinner. This is Dilshan. Hits the thigh pad and goes back towards the stumps.
He'll be unlucky there. It's where the thigh pad goes down. It hits underneath and just grabs it and goes back on the leg stump. He can't believe it.
2 men in the deep.
Nice, Gazza.
No team hat-trick for Australia. Last ball of last over. Australia picked their first wicket. Danushka Gunatilaka.
Bowling in the high 140s, Mitchell Starc. Does that all the time, off stump.
No, nice, Gary.
That was backed up then by Nathan Lyon, opened the bowling, back in the side.
Nice, Gazza.
What you can rely on, isn't it be great to be captain of Mitchell Starc, where you just know in the power play, in the first 10 overs, he's going to get a wicket, at least one.
Loud appeal. I think that was pitching outside leg stump though. But that's the problem you have against the Australian attack, which Mitch Starc right at the top. How do you make use of the first 10 overs? Yes, we know it's the best time to bat,
Nice,
but you're
Gary.
up against a quality bowler. That's why Sri Lanka strengthened the top, brought Gunatilaka in, Kusal Pereira at 3, but they're still in trouble. That spoiled his maiden over. Couple of balls ago.
Pitch is in line, but would have missed leg stump.
Oh!
Very good from Nathan Lyon. Sri Lanka 13 for 2 after 4. Gets it into the gap. It was aerial. Wow, look at that ball run away. Off the mark with a 4.
Perfect shot by Mendes. 2 full and 2 straight from Mitchell Starc. And he latched onto it quick. And just the line, I love it, the flick of the wrist. And stand there, because this outfield is lightning. It might be a big ground, Once you get it through like that, I would even move from the crease.
Gets it fine. Moses on Riggs, gives up the chase. All speeds away.
It was a good shot because Steve Smith had put himself into leg slip, which exposed this area for a boundary. And the sweep shot is the go when Steve Smith's there. No 45 and it races away. There's smart batting.
No, says umpire Vimalasiri. Steve Smith not very sure, but the bat did hit the ground.
It's good noise. Australians were going on. Let's have a look. And that bat, just that inside bottom toe, hits the ground. And Wade knew, really. Just that, what away.
Gets it in the gap. We all knew it was going to be on the front foot. Huh? After 7, it's 24 for 2.
Openers back in the dugout, or having a bit of extra lunch. Didn't trouble the scorers too much. Last over. And you can't throw it at me like that, says Dinesh Chandimal. So a little bit of byplay and no surprises. Australians a little feisty up there. Roshan, good to see you again, sir.
Indeed, Danny, good to see you too. Yes, it's a good game developing here. Lyon and Stark bowling for Australia. Sri Lanka needing something respectable. Well, they were talking about 250 in that on that last pitch. I think they need something close to that here. It's a very dry surface again, as we discussed. Lyon's getting some turn. Turn will be prevalent all the time. It's the dryness that will help the spinners. Already, will that be bites or did it touch anything or wides? Let's see. In fact, leg bites. So it touched something. It's leg bites. So Lyon's going round the wicket and looking to bowl that midland leg stump line.
You know, angles from spinners. Just trying to close that down a little bit from Nathan Lyon. And slightly off.
That's good news for Sri Lanka. Good use on the feet. That's a very fine shot. That's the Chandimal we know. He's a very aggressive player. That's gone all the way for 6. Lovely use of the feet.
First maximum for the Sri Lankans in this series. Dancing shoes on, little shimmy and a shuffle, and it goes all the way. Oh, I love this game when the batters can get on top. And on top early he needs to be. Inside the power play, not much left of it the first one. A lot resting on Dinesh Chandimal's shoulders. Man in form. More changes at the bowling crease. Here's a little swat downtown from Mendes up against Travis Head. His first delivery disappears for a boundary.
Sri Lanka looking to take on the spinners. Chandimal going after Lyon, and the first delivery with mid-on and mid-off up. Kusal Mendes just making full use of it. Virtually a free hit with those two fieldsmen inside the 30-yard circle, so plenty of vacant spaces for him.
You can see here, straight away from Mendes, not allowing the part-timer Travis Head to settle. Consecutive boundaries from this little pocket rocket.
He looks in very good touch. So that shot suggests that he's seeing the ball so well. Down the pitch. And take a look at that drive. Off the middle of the bat. Timing perfect. Placement superb. Forwritten all over it from the time it hit the bat. He's in very fine form, Kusal Mendis.
Have to bowl that one again, yeah. Michael Goff for the exercise routine with the wide. And Travis Head, 4 overs, none for 18, so he was allowed in a way to get away with a good chunk of overs, 4 of them for just 18. I think they would have done a bit of homework here, the Lankans, and said, we're not going to let you settle, fella. 50 up with a boundary from Mendes, straight as a die.
Sri Lanka doing the right thing, going after the part-timers. Travis Head gone for 13 runs so far, including a wide. Kusal Mendis, good use of the feet, lovely follow-through. Showing it the full face. As straight as one could possibly imagine. Just holding that pose. Excellent shot. Already 13 runs in the over. This is turning out to be a big one.
It's away with that one. Smith got in the way. And he's come over the wicket here, Travis Head. So he swapped over, changed the angle again. And a little wee mauling already in his first over. Pumped away. Another boundary. Big over this one.
Well, with the power plays on, Travis Head just not good enough. He's having the field restrictions on, so he just can't afford to bowl these deliveries. That one was far too short. Well, it's a rank long hop. Just allowed him to get on the back foot. Mashed it through mid-wicket.
Is it Mendes' birthday or something? On a silver salver at the moment. Still a delivery to go, courtesy of the wide. And Buffer, you know it. Helps himself to another lofted stroke. I just want to go upstairs and check this. Is it a 3? It says, yeah. Wanted to have a look, and Zampa pulled into a dive. Yeah, good work, young man. Little flick.
It's a T20 over, Danny. 20 runs off it. 20 runs. I think it's 3 runs, all right. Great piece of work by Zampa. But still, 20 runs in the over.
Stark and line at the top. She had some pace and some spin. And a bit of Faulkner, all his variety. Travis Head, no surprises. He got overtaken there with Adam Zampa, came in. A bit more for Jimmy Faulkner. And the field set with fine leg up and a deep backward square, and it just races away. It's a freebie.
That's a poor delivery from Faulkner with a fine leg inside the circle. Just bowling it short at that pace. Just allowing the batsman time to hit it where he wanted it. Short, plenty of time. Just waited for it. Rather than hitting it to mid-wicket, he just hit it behind square leg because he knew that the fieldsman was inside the 30-yard circle. No question of stopping that.
Brilliant from Smith. Oh, there's all sorts of problems. Oh, goodness me. He had time, and he didn't take it. Oh, Steve Smith, crestfallen. Both batsmen were almost at the same end.
Well, I'd be interested where Finch was going, because really he needed to get back to the stumps. I don't know why he was going for that ball. And that's what Smith was saying, was where was the bowler? That's the disappointment. He knows. He had the ball, he stopped it, he was going to pick it up.
Well, how big a let-off is that going to be? It was a complete mix-up between the two batsmen.
goes, a great piece of fielding. And Finch, he goes to the ball. That's the problem. I don't know where he's going. He needs to stay at the stumps.
Short, pulled away. That's a bad ball at the pace at which Enrique's bowls. Just 123 kilometres an hour, that one, and it got what it deserved.
Yes, very right. You're bowling that pace, you've got to pitch it up. You've got your field set that way. You got fine leg up, square leg back, but because the outfield is so big out there, there's too much room. Cannot cover that piece of ground. It's got to get it back on a length, off stump.
Oh, that's delicious. That really is from Dinesh Chandimal. Nothing more than a push. Lovely timing. He's looking in great touch as well. 80 not out on Sunday. That brings up the 100, those couple of runs. That really is lovely, lovely stuff.
That's Test match cricket. Full face of the bat, beats cover, beats mid-off.
Oh, nice, Eddie.
Ball just skidded on. Didn't turn, natural variation from head. 50 to Mendes, his second in succession. 67 he got on Sunday. It's his fifth 50 in just 9 one-day internationals. He really has exploded onto the international scene this year. Brilliant innings from him in Pallekele and Gaul in the Test series, and he's at it again.
Fantastic batting. His 5th one-day international on this one, 50 of 48 deliveries. He is putting on a batting display at the moment.
Partnership 93, but it was very nearly broken in that last over. Oh, Mendes, that's wonderful. Not even Mitchell Stark can catch that one at long on. He's been so strong down the ground. We've seen him powering the spinners down the ground today, but now he's taken to Moses Enriques as well.
Give it the full face of the bat. Beautiful shot. No need to run for that. He's a man in form at the moment.
Nelson's up for the loss of 2. And the dancing shoes are still on here. Chandimal and Mendes. 100 partnership up now between these two.
And Nelson's chasing the ball. What a wonderful partnership. Sri Lanka were in trouble at 2 for 12. Sri Lanka changed the batting order to right-handers coming in to counter Nathan Lyon. More runs. Making it count. They're working the gaps. This could be tight, but he makes it. He looks very comfortable, Kusal Mendes. But the running, very impressed. Picked up from the last game.
Upstairs, the TMO. Red head's always tight. I think he's just in. We'll get another view of this on this angle. Yeah, in the end, it looks comfortable from the slow-mo. If you watch that in real time, you can't blame umpires. Russell A going upstairs.
The way he ran the bat in was impressive from Kusal Mendes. But he backed himself, and we keep talking about the big areas, long boundaries, and that was Mitch Stark with the ball. He's got a very good arm. Kusal Mendes, I beg your pardon. Some wonderful shots initially, a couple aerial. Try and put the pressure on the bowlers, and it's worked. He's playing the field to perfection, using the pace. Front foot, back foot. And add to that, the running between has been top class. Just making run scoring so much easier. You can see lots of boundaries chipped in the air, but all well controlled. 3 hits right down the ground as well.
Sounds so good too off the willow. Ripper. Mendes. He's in the 50s. Vice captain in the 40s. And this partnership just keeps blossoming.
Very good shot to play. Helps you maneuver the field and create gaps for yourself. Pretty straight, Danny. Bowling around the wicket.
Well, you liked it, Russ. We'll have a look at this again.
It's the angle. He's bowling from around. Turning a little too much.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's just too much.
Nice line.
But certainly worth clearing the lungs. Travis Head. And, lots of singles and smart stuff from Chandimal, and also giving the strike back to Mendes, who's on a roll now.
More good running.
Oh, nice.
Another good sweep shot. And another boundary to the little maestro. Mendes goes into the 60s now. 22 overs bowled, and the Sri Lankans are 124 for 2 now.
Another point, Danny, what the Sri Lankans are doing well is they're going after on-rigs, they're going after head. Those are the part-timers. That would force Steve Smith to bring back Stark, Lyon, maybe even Faulkner. The best way to play the likes of Stark, who's top quality bowler, is to take to the others, put the other bowlers under pressure.
He's missed this. I thought for a second, once this got past Chandimal, I thought he'd be bowled. Instead, he survives, and Wade has missed one here.
Well, Wade wants them to go upstairs. That's what umpire Alim Dai at this stage is trying to figure out.
And once again, highlighting when you haven't got all the toys in a series that you dearly love. No hot spot here. Hello, straightening. This will be interesting. There's a ball tracking saying boom. Look at this. Now, here we go. Original decision, but look at it all light up. And the positivity for the tourists. This could be overturned. Absolutely. Here we go. The right index finger goes up.
But he's batted really well. A very good contribution once again. He's made 48. Sri Lanka 137 for 3.
Here's the skipper replacing the VC. Strike rate, yeah, you'd like them to come up a little bit. It's a lot of experience and a crucial time to come in. Cruel game, because he would have been the first Sri Lankan to make 6 half-centuries on the trot. Just misses it. He's deceived in the flight, pitched in line, straightened and gone on to hit the inside leg. So, in terms of tracking, a great review, particularly from the keeper and the bowler, but certainly Wade. First time heard it happen, I thought he got the death threat. I thought he'd be knocked over.
As he was using his feet, you'd think it was a long way down, but the picture tells you different. So Australia got that breakthrough they were after. Angelo Matthews, a duck the other day. He's coming at a crucial time.
Fortuitous outside edge to get off 0, because he got a duck here on Sunday. And a flashing blade past first slip, vacant, allows Matthews to get underway.
Yeah, he needs to dig in. He needs to make sure he bats till the end, Angelo Matthews. Take his time and play himself in. Sri Lanka, the first ODI, lost their 3rd wicket at 124 in the 30th over. And then lost their way. They found themselves at 5 for 132, 2 overs later. That was the difference in the game. They need back-to-back partnerships. Tilanga Sumatipala, the president of Sri Lanka Cricket.
Beautifully bowled young man. Confidence, gets rid of Chandimal. And this one with a bit more flight. Ripper.
Oh, I like the speed. In the mid-70s, giving the batsman plenty of time to see it, but he's going above his eye line and getting it to dip.
Yeah, bravery for a start, but also tremendous on 66. Want to see more of that. Darren Lehman and the rest of the backroom staff. Seeing Zampa with confidence. The wrist spinner, young wrist spinner, bowling those sort of deliveries. So a wicket, 4 runs. It is 141 for 3.
Like 143 for 3. Zampa continues. Mendes on 68, Matthews on 4. Important stage in the innings, 24 overs to go after this one. I'm delighted to say we got one of Sri Lanka's former batting greats, legends, current under-19 coach, Roy Dias with me. Evening, Roy.
Good evening, Nishan.
Lovely to have you with us.
Thank you for inviting me here.
Many congratulations on Sri Lanka's under-19 victory in England.
Yeah, that was great, I thought, for the youngsters, and we fared very well. So, thank you once again.
In case our viewers would know, Sri Lanka had an outstanding tour of England, the under-19 side, winning the Test series, winning the one-day series. It happened to be a first, happened to be a very historic tour for Sri Lanka, sweeping the board. Some outstanding performances from the young cricketers. In fact, one of them included in the limited over side against Australia. So how challenging was it, Roy, in England, particularly those conditions?
It was okay because I feel that before that we had a tour of South Africa, Sri Lanka, and that gave the boys a chance of getting used to the conditions, getting playing some competitive.
Well, that's what happened on that tour. Those are the results. We'll take a look at that again, just to, before I bring Roy in with Sri Lanka's performance. You need to take a look at how Sri Lanka performed on that tour. And as I said, they did sweep the board, both the one-dayers and the test matches. First youth test was drawn and then won by 7 wickets. And then 3 one-dayers, Sri Lanka winning all 3, winning the series 3 matches to 0. Asking the question, they're asking the question, it's given. Sri Lanka lose their 4th wicket. Kusal Mendes, the batsman, out. Deceived by the wrong end. He's not reviewing it, so he's walking away. He's out for 69. At a very critical stage for Sri Lanka, don't forget. Mendes looked good, that is the wrong end. Really didn't spin much, but just enough. Umpire Ravindra Vimalasiri upholding the appeal. So Kusal Mendes goes out for 67 in the first game, out for 69 here. Sri Lanka 146 for 4. Dhananjay Silva, the new batsman. Very early days for him in his career. It's a cracking shot, square of the offside. Dhananjay De Silva gets off the mark. Sri Lanka's 150s up. Short and wide from Stark. De Silva latching onto it. Well, you must be excited looking at some of these young cricketers coming through, particularly after coaching that under-19 side.
Definitely, sir. Definitely, I think Dhananjay, Kusal Mendes, youngsters will take Sri Lanka cricket right to the top. Definitely.
30 overs completed, 157 for 4. Angelo Matthews and Dhananjay De Silva, the batsmen, together. But on the subject of the under-19 side, obviously Sri Lanka looking to build towards that 2018 under-19 World Cup. How do you see Sri Lanka getting there?
I think the most important thing is, as I said earlier, we had to have more tours, and I feel that we are having some tours next year. Also,
He's caught at extra cover. Dhananjay Silva goes. Zampa gets another wicket. Smith the catcher. So Sri Lanka losing another important wicket. Dhananjay Silva looking to blast Zampa through extra cover. Good low catch by the captain. Nicely looped. Driving hard, unfortunately straight to the fieldsman. Good catch. Good catch by the captain. He's delighted. Australia break through again. Zampa breaks through. Sri Lanka have lost their 5th wicket. Dhananjay De Silva out for 7. Sri Lanka 158 for 5. Kusal Pereira is the new batsman. Did open in the previous game, batting at 7. Good strike rate he's got. He's got 100. That was against Ireland earlier in this year. That's a tremendous shot. Pereira gets off the mark with a reverse swing. I've never seen Roy Dash play a shot like that.
no, not really. But I think the most important thing is to get them fit, and strengthening is important for the young Lanka boys, because playing school cricket and coming to international, 2 different things. So we'll be looking after them well and taking care of them, and with the help of the Sri Lankan Cricket Board, I'm sure that they will get all the benefits.
Gives it a heave and drags it round on the onside, and Fat's enough of it. Here's a maximum 200 up in style from the Sri Lankan captain here.
Big striking from Matthews. Lyon throws it up, but he takes the challenge. Easy.
Matthews, the last ball of the show. He's on the charge again, and he says, I'm going to give it some more Humpty. 50 partnership now between these two. Matthews going big, ends the 40th. It's 212 for 5. Partnership kicking into gear here. The captain, Kusal Pereira, he's 23 from 30, but suddenly Angelo Matthews has got his strike rate up a little bit more healthy, getting towards 100. He's striking at 89. This is Pereira against Faulkner now. And again, a little bit of wrist work has found a boundary. First ball of the 31st.
Last over as well, the first ball went. And now the crowd is involved. Momentum is with Sri Lanka. Shots like that. Shots the previous over by Matthews as well. 2 maximums. This was the last delivery. Straight offline and over deep mid-on. Sri Lanka on the move.
There he goes. He's hit it straight up. Who wants it? Oh, Zampa shelled it. Can't believe it. It says it all. Dig a hole and try and hide. You can't.
Henriques, Smith, all the Australians will be disappointed. Went straight up, easiest of catches. Straight down, and what do you do? Find a hole, get yourself in it. You know, this crowd is not going to let you forget about it. Zampa's done well with the ball. Today he's got wickets. 3 of them. But he won't want to see that tonight.
Goodness me. That was a Yorker, I'd swear it. And he's given himself some room, and he's blitzed it through extra cover, over extra cover, in fact, for 4.
Pop shot, Kusal Pereira. Created the width mid-off in the circle, and the only people that moved are all in the stands. They're loving it. They're loving the stroke play.
And that's 50 for Angelo Matthews. It's his first 50 against Australia in this country. in his 6th innings against the men in green and gold here in Sri Lanka. Applause from all round this Premodasa Stadium. Terrific hand. He made a duck on Sunday. He's made up for that today.
He certainly has. With 35 balls remaining in the innings, he's still not finished. He's got to make sure get Sri Lanka to close to 300 or maybe beyond. Can try and bat Australia out of the game as much as possible. This partnership, Sri Lanka needed it. They just lost 3 wickets for 21 runs, and we're also looking at another collapse probably.
It's gone a long way up in the air, and it's gone a long way out of the playing area too. What a pickup from Kusal Perera. He really has got the bit between his teeth today.
.49 to Perera of 46. How high did that go? Not exactly a top edge. Clubbed it. He's used his wrists. Good luck following that one. That went a long, long way.
49 for Perera. He'll have to go. Bailey misses with the throw, and that gives 50 to Perera from just 47 balls, 5 fours and a 6. Oh, this is tremendous. It really is.
250 for Sri Lanka. He was due to come in at number 3. That was the change the Sri Lankans were making. Nathan Lyon opened the bowling, held back at 7. He's useful anywhere, Kusal Perera.
Faulkner obviously taking the pace off here, but Matthews adding the pace, blitzing it down the ground. 1 bounce for 4. There was a long off and a long on in position. The 100 partnership comes up. Boy, that was hit hard.
Such a good reader of the game, and he knows what Faulkner is going to be delivering.
54 off 52 balls for Perera. In total, Matthews 56 off 58 balls. One stage he was only just batting at over 50 runs per 100 balls. Now he's batting at 97. Big shout for LBW, and it's given. Well, just trying to be a little bit too cute. Kusal Perera with 3rd man and backward point in the circle, looking to get it away fine. He missed.
He's embraced it and come up with a wonderful partnership that has put Sri Lanka in a very good position. Kusal Perera, 54 of 53, and it's 261 for 6.
One big hitting left-hander makes his way back to the pavilion, and another one makes his way out to the middle. Kusal Perera, lovely bloke to have coming in at this stage with 4 overs remaining. Look at his strike rate there. This is why he's here.
Good slower ball once again from Faulkner. And it's a crucial wicket. You can never underestimate the value of a wicket at this stage of the game. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and the sweeper on the boundary.
Clubbed over extra cover. What a great way to get off the mark. First ball, a little bit of width. Perera able to free his arms, and boy, did he take advantage of that.
Usually bowlers like to bowl away from him. He likes to drag it to mid wicket and long on, and that's why the width was on offer.
Big man. That's a big shot. Pulled out towards deep mid wicket. There's a man out there. Smith. It's gone for 6.
Teased him all the way until it went over his head. The crowd was silent. They thought he had it. Just looks like a Polladi day, Brian.
Well, if we'd been using the pitch that we used on Sunday, which is a few metres towards the scoreboard, that probably would have been out. And that is a wide.
Lanka on track for 300. Sikge Prasanna, he can hit a ball. He's coming in next, and then Dilruan Pereira.
Good slower ball. Oh, it's evaded Matthew Wade, and it's gone all the way down to the boundary for 4. Wicked bounce, it's buys. So that means 18 runs off that over. What a fantastic over for Sri Lanka. 3 to go. They're 279 for 6. Terrific last over that for Sri Lanka. 18 runs from it. The last 5 overs have yielded 53. Matthews down the ground and out. Good catch on Reeks. To Faulkner strikes twice in 2 overs, and the captain's innings comes to an end. But what a terrific innings it's been.
Brilliant 57 from him. Sri Lanka 7 down for 279.
Coming in at number 9, Sikge Prasanna, and James Faulkner is on a hat-trick. Batsman crossed. Oh, he's bowled him! It's a hat-trick for Faulkner. He's got rid of Thisara Pereira. I'm not sure he's aware, you know, James Faulkner. He got a wicket with the last ball of his previous over. Now he's got a wicket with the first 2 balls of this one. Tremendous stuff for Faulkner. Player of the match on Sunday with 4 for 38. Now he's got 3 for 38. Hat-trick for James Faulkner.
That slower ball doing the job. What an effort. Australia really needed some wickets. It was just falling apart. Thisara Pereira, 12 off 6. He's done a job. 279 for 8.
Dilruan Pereira coming in at number 10. Another look at Moses Enriques taking that catch. Pereira's done well there. He's got it backward of square, and it'll go all the way for 4. Travis Head, a forlorn chase for him. So even though wickets are falling, Sri Lanka are still pressing on.
14 balls remain in the innings. Just need to make sure that they knock it round. They'll have that score of 300 on the board.
Bowled! Oh yes, that's what Stark can do from round the wicket. And all of a sudden now, Sri Lanka, with 11 balls remaining in this innings, are in serious danger of being bowled out.
That's a real shame. That's actually what you guard against. Wide of the crease. Wheat going nowhere. Dilruan Pereira. Pereira's out for 5. It's 286 for 9.
Amila Aponzo, who was perhaps Sri Lanka's star with the ball on Sunday, 1 for 27 on his one-day international debut. How many times have we seen Mitchell Stark bowling wide and round the wicket, wide of the crease, angling the ball in, just getting the ball to reverse away from the right-hander.
But from Dilruan Pereira, you expect better than that.
Bat on ball from Aponzo. His first runs in international cricket. And they're back for 2. This is now Sri Lanka's highest total against Australia at home in a one-day international. The previous best, 286 for 9. That was in Hambantota in 2011.
Yomit Stark as well, realizing that Ponce is going to be giving himself room, whatnot, going for timber. Michael Goff has also read the game well. Seeing Ponce go towards square leg, he's standing at point.
Bowled! Stark strikes again, 3 for him. And Australia have done what they wanted to do. They bowled Sri Lanka out. That's a terrific effort, you know. They've taken the last 5 wickets for 27 runs, Australia. A really good comeback at the death of this innings.
Faulkner and Mitch Stark doing the damage. Zampa did the damage earlier though. Danushka Gunatilaka, Tilakaratne Dilshan were dismissed cheaply. But partnerships between Mendes and Chandimal, then Matthews and Kusal Pereira have given Sri Lanka a very good score on this pitch. 288 it is.
Bowling figures, 7 bowlers used in total. Stark, Faulkner and Zampa were the stars. Faulkner picking up a hat-trick, the 6th for Australia in one-day internationals. Nathan Lyon opening the bowling for only the 2nd time in one-day internationals. He got the early wicket of Tilakaratne Dilshan. But the 5th bowler, Travis Head, Aaron Finch and Moses Enriques, 11 overs between them in total for 88 runs. Very expensive. So after all that, action-packed Sri Lanka innings that it was, Australia need 289 runs at an asking rate of 5.78 if they're to go 2-0 up in this 5-match Hero Cup series.
Hero Cup here. Prima Dasa. Sri Lanka hosting Australia. We've had the Test series. Now we've got the 5-match one-day internationals, the Hero Cup, and then 2 T20s. And Angelo Matthews and co decided to go up front and bat first and have been bowled out for 288. Keeper standing up. There's a slip-in. Here we go. Crowd have awakened after a little half-time entertainment in the break. And can the Aussies go 2-0 up Roshan Abyssinian?
Good question, Brian. Or rather, Danny, I should say. Why do they call you Brian? Do you look like Brian?
He's infinitely good looking. I'm not. And you've just been raving your so-and-sos off to him all break, haven't you, here in the com box?
I'm just wondering why I ever called you Brian.
It's not my middle name either, Roche.
Maybe I was thinking about Brian. Anyway, 289. Well, Sri Lanka should be disappointed that they didn't go past the 300 mark, because they had it. They certainly had it under control, but we got a good contest here. I'll be very interested to see how the Sri Lankan spinners bowl today, Danny, because on Sunday, as we've been discussing, I thought they were just a marginal short. They were played off the back foot. The lines weren't great. But here, they need to rise to the occasion. They still got a bit in this pitch. It's a try. They'll get some turn. So, I believe it's going to be a good contest. But let's see how the Australians approach the first 10 overs.
Finch has got a long off in place. Third man is up, fine legs up. A lot of movement, half-hearted little choked appeal. Certainly slid back in. He's going down the leg side. Matthews, yeah, look at that off the pitch. Very high, but you'll be careful too, as Angelo Matthews, to get into that sort of zone, because he is so adept at the pickup drop kick shot. Hence the man at square leg, almost on the fence here for Finch, up against Matthews. And be careful getting out there too.
I thought he played a brilliant innings the other day on Sunday. Felt that he really gave the Australians that opening they were looking for, with that marvellous attacking knock in the first 10 overs. Hitting to 60, just 56 of 46 balls. Some big hitting, 7 fours and 2 sixes in that innings. The good feel for Matthews, packed offside field.
Finch underway to end the first one. It's 3 for none here. Yeah, there's some experience there when you look at the top 4. You get to Wade as well. He's had 70. Faulkner himself and Stark and Lyon. That's the bowlers, and you look at that, 76, 86, sorry, 66 and 81. Gonski, there's the first one down. Pereira with a bit to say as well to David Warner, who has to depart early.
Big wicket for Sri Lanka. David Warner. And Sri Lanka wanted a wicket early, and Thisara Pereira providing just that. Just a bit of movement, some bounce. And picnic. Look at him. Look at him. Isn't he delighted? Warner goes out for one. It's 3 for 1.
Australian skipper is out in the middle. Steve Smith. So getting towards 100 one-day internationals these days. Useful average. He's here because of a lovely delivery from Pereira. Good zone, bounced a little bit. Brand new cherry, goes through. Warner on the walk, and he gets a bit of a send-off. Funnily enough, David Warner. And this will race away for a boundary. That'll feel really nice for Stephen Smith.
He's looking good. Steve Smith has raced along to 8. He's moving just towards his off and flicking it off his leg stump. Pereira just sliding onto his pads. And Steve Smith just latching onto it. Look at the movement, moving across. Just taking it off his middle stump.
Prompts a change in the field, fine legs up. On protection, squarer. On the onside is a thrashing blade. Fine leg, third man, they've all got work to do. Pereira at third this time. So it ends the second, a wicket and 10 off, 13 for 1.
Both seamers for Sri Lanka just looking to bowl within themselves. Just around medium pace, looking to take the pace of the ball, not allowing the balls to come onto the bat. Decent crowd, not a sellout crowd, but still a very good crowd. And mobile phones, what can't it do? Bowled in. That's another one. Thisara Pereira strikes. Finch obviously wanting some pace on the ball, looking to go over mid-wicket. Inside edge onto the stumps. Sri Lanka have got both openers.
Bottom hand, yeah, big time. Finch wanting to smash this over mid-wicket and into next week. Thick inside edge, and they're on their feet in the aisles here at Premadasa. Finch goes early this time for just 4, 16 for 2 now. Bailey's out in the middle. Healthy average. 156 against India at Nagpur just a few years ago. He's here because of this big inside edge. Smashing the cover off it, and in the end, when he smashes the cover off the middle stump. Pretty comprehensive stuff there with the middle peg going there. Bailey will feel good now. He's off the mark. And it's over to you, Skip.
Pereira in particular has bowled just back of a length. It's a difficult length on this pitch where the ball's not coming onto the bat, particularly the types of Finch who likes to belt the ball, likes to hit it hard. Also not looking to bowl too quickly, mixing it up quite well. Just a bit of bounce on that occasion too. That was a bit quicker. A good start for Sri Lanka. Very good start indeed.
Well, Sri Lanka themselves, they were 2 for 12 early doors. That change of pace from Pereira. So 4 done, it's 18 for 2 now. Captain v captain. Matthews hangs his head in the air, knows it's a poor delivery, a freebie for Smith.
Short and wide. Angelo Matthews knows that that was a poor delivery. Plenty of width. Dilshan making a great effort. Very well played by Smith. Behind point, hit it hard, and that tells you the story.
Pereira's got the first 2 to fall. Flicked away in style from Smith. 3rd boundary for him. And he looks in the mood.
Stephen Smith really looking to latch on to anything short. Mr. Pereira giving him the space. And that's a very fine shot for 4. 16 balls, 3 fours.
The old French cut, eh? Take 4 and be happy, Stephen Smith. Back-to-back boundaries here in the 6th.
He would mind it. He's got a boundary. Just jagging back a bit, but a big inside edge.
No one in the deep. Mr. Pereira starts a fresh over. The boundaries. Stephen Smith. Well, he's got to create all the momentum. The openers are back in the hutch.
Yeah, this is a good shot by the captain. Now need a lot more of this. As you mentioned, the openers have gone 2 wickets early. It's big pressure in the middle order of Australia. We've seen Smith do it many, many times before. But in these conditions, he's going to have to be at his best tonight and have some backup, some help.
Oh, he'll need a lot of help. Well, there's the ideal man at the non-strikers in George Bailey, who has played a lot of cricket in the subcontinent, used to batting through innings. When required, can play the big shots as well. But this is a tough ask. Another 252 from 256 balls.
It's a great first game on Sunday, as you mentioned. 27 off 10 overs. They couldn't get him away. Straight on line, first delivery.
Down the wicket. Mid-on. Dilruwan Pereira takes the catch and the captain has to go.
We're talking about batting through and building partnerships. And Smith, well, the crowd has come alive. They're standing in the stadium. They know the Australian captain has gone back. Misjudgment, poor shot. And that is a huge wicket. Smith has to go for 30 today. And Australia now 41 for 3.
Matthew Wade, Australia's wicketkeeper, in at number 5. Useful little innings the other day from Matthew Wade, but this is the wicket that fell. No one in the deep down there. I think the idea was right.
Well, yeah, mid-off's up, mid-on's up. He was looking to go over. As soon as he hit it, you could see his face grimace. He knew he didn't get it. He got the bottom toe of the bat. So the idea was right. Try and push the fielder back. He backs himself. And when it goes wrong, it's so disappointing. And an early wicket. And 3 wickets now down in the power play.
Young bowler, only his second game. He's only 23 years old. Try and put him under pressure early. Since the line of thinking was a positive line. But taking the chance, not coming off.
Worrying part is 3 of Australia's most attacking batsmen are back.
That's predictable. It's Matthew Wade.
He loves a sweep. And when you lose Finch, Warner and Smith, they're really your power hitters. A lot of work to do.
This is a brilliant start from Afonso. 5 dot balls.
I get a bat pattern as well, put the pressure on, get another wicket. Attacking. Got to slip in.
Very effective shot in this part of the world. Against the spinners, the sweep shot. Wade's on his way. It's 42 for 3. 47 required. 10 overs done. Start of the second power play. Umpire Vimala Siri gives us the signal. Maximum of 4 fielders now allowed. Sri Lankan spinners would like that, a bit more protection to use their flight. Sikuge Prasanna. A little quicker through the air. Wicket to wicket bowler. Prasanna's been around for a while.
Not turning there, that was the thing. It skids on with a new ball.
As he got it in the gap. Silwan Pereira's down there, but good running from Wade, coming back for 2. Still have to stay busy, Damien.
Most definitely. Where Wade has got to be careful is sweep shot with the ball not turning. Skids on. No, around the wicket. Hole might be. He's got a pitch and line. Sorry, over the wicket. Going to be tough. There we see Wade scoring areas. Leg side, definitely. It's the first one-day international.
Oh, easy pickings. No need to run for that one.
Good shot, takes advantage of it. Much needed boundary. Hit the gap. Got on the full. Beat the cover fielder and easy with this outfield. They need something here, Wade and Bailey.
Look at that wagon wheel. It'll be very similar to today's wagon wheel. Couple of sweeps. And one down towards covers.
Yeah, I like it. I like the sweep. I think, as you said, you've got to sweep this part of the world. It's just part of it. Gets you off strike.
Very straight. Vimala Siri says no. Quick shake of the head from the umpire. Talking about it. Chandimal wants to review.
Yeah, and you've got to think it hasn't turned enough to come back. But from a keeper's point of view, you're behind. You're trying to work out where it's in line.
There's no inside edge, you can see by the split screen.
He's the one. Oh, Russell, you know the game so well. Outside off. Good call.
Damien, we could see middle.
3 prime wickets lost by Australia in pursuit of 289. Here's Sikuge Prasanna. Friendly full toss. A lot of work for Australia to do here, though. Still required 230 from 215 balls, and it's a good evening for Roshan Abasinghe.
Good evening, Brian. Good game out here. Sri Lanka fighting hard. But that 3 important wickets. That's the way to go for them. They need to dismiss batsmen. That's what they have done quite well so far.
It's gone fine. It's signalled as a wide. Batsman will take 2. Prasanna, the leg spinner, made his one-day international debut on this ground against Australia back in 2011. Has been playing county cricket for Northamptonshire and doing so quite successfully too.
Very useful player to have in the side. Very fine T20 player, can be very explosive as a batsman. Useful bowler, can get through his 4 overs cheap, and a brilliant fielder, Prasanna.
You mentioned about his explosive batting, Roshan. In Ireland, in the one-day international in June, he made 95 batting at number 3 from just 46 balls.
That's the kind of player he is. He's played similar innings in local domestic cricket, and he can be very destructive, poses runs quickly, and also his fielding is outstanding.
Well, this has been a good over so far for Australia. That's 8 runs from it already, 9 runs rather, with the wide. They ran 2. Just emphasises what a big outfield this is, and you don't have to hit boundaries every ball. You can manipulate the ball into gaps and still crash along at a very reasonable rate indeed. There's a collector's item for you. Top of the list there, Matthews and Thisara Pereira. 9 overs from the spinners, from the seamers I should say, and there's an appeal for LBW and Dilruwan Pereira. George Bailey getting his front pad outside the line of the stumps, and of course Sri Lanka have used up their review.
Point is where it hit him. Was it outside the line of the off stump? Probably. Also very dangerous to review when the decision, the on-field umpire's decision, is not out, because even if it's clipping, it stands as umpire's call. Yes, it's hitting him just outside the off stump, so the impact is outside.
As was the case with the one that Sri Lanka reviewed a little earlier. Was there any bat involved there? Wade attempting a little glance. Good work, really good work down below our commentary position by Kusal Pereira. There was some bat involved, and they've run 3. What a terrific cricketer he is, Kusal Pereira. He can keep wicket, and he can produce fielding like we saw there. That was a little tickle, and that was a great dive.
Big shout here. Gough says no. Standing at the banker salon end here at Premadasa. 3 down. This partnership has gone past the half century. Sliding in, they're just jamming it together. Was it pad then bang? Wade has got his Bunnings broom out there. 30 from 43. He's only hit 1 boundary, but he's been busy looking to sweep and dab. Oh, Mardo, what do you reckon? Pad and bat?
Outside the line as well. He's a sweeping machine, Wade. Can do it all. But at the moment, a nice little partnership. That's what they need. Australia lost 3 early wickets. Big wickets. This was the shout. Hits the pad first, but I think still outside the line. Need this partnership, Australia. 53 at the moment.
Big shout, but I think it'll be wide. Nice little attempt to try and burgle the delivery. See it so often. Nothing on it. Extra to the cause. 5th wide. Should get 2 here easy. And do.
It's a good shot. Short, too short, put away. The game plan at the moment is bat the next 10 overs. to start with, not lose a wicket. That's the basic plan to start with. That's not going to get them home either, but they've got to have a base for the rest of the batsmen to come into. Put the pressure back on Sri Lanka. A lot of hard work to do at the moment.
Going to keep the strike is Matty Wade. 22 overs bowled, 99 for 3. Gonski! Lovely bit of extra flight and guile, and Bailey wanted a piece of it. Missed it, and he's gone.
Spinners around the world would love this. Flight. Got the batsman into the big drive. Throw it up above the eye line. It hits and skids on. There isn't much turn, certain deliveries. That makes it hard as a batsman, but Bailey just missed it. And Sri Lanka all over Australia in this second one-dayer. Bailey's gone for 27. It's 102 for 4.
Moses on Reeks. Lovely bit of flight, just slides on. Wanted to go and try and play something a bit squarer. And a lovely bit of deception with the flight, the extra flight.
He was looking for turn, wasn't he? And just skidded on. Mickey's now, here we go. Oh, that one turns. What an over. A wicket and 3 runs from it. 23 overs done, it's 102 for 4.
Big guns at the top. All done and dusted. Bailey the last of them, 27 from 46. Moses on Reeks, back and across. All the best with that. It's a little too short. Might be a bottom edge, but deserved runs, because it's a poor length and line.
Much needed boundary. Just too much width and too short outside off stump and the bottom edge, and it runs away off Wade. Only shining light at the moment, 38, 52 deliveries. But that required run rate at the bottom of your screen there is creeping up to 7.
In control this time is Wade with a sweep, and he'll hustle back for an easy brace. Yeah, going off the straight. First boundary for 80 deliveries in that previous over. This is the last ball previous over.
Oh, not bad. You've got to be able to play this. Look at that. Need the helmet on for that. The natural variation of a wicket.
Big shout, big appeal as he gloved it. Signalling wides. Chandimal going berserk behind the sticks with the gloves on for Sri Lanka.
Well, I thought my natural reaction was to come up the glove. Oh, so close. Just above. Wade saying no. More sweeps. He moves on to 41 now, Wade, off 55. Having a lot to say. He loves it. Saying he didn't hit it. Miles away.
And off the blade as well. I think I heard through the effects mics. Anyway, as you're saying. This is difficult for a new batter to come in against the Sri Lankan spinners on this particular pitch.
Also, it's about confidence, about playing spin. He struggled. Going to take his time, get in.
Big shout, yeah, looked out. from first go with it. Moses Enrique's looking up the pitch and says, what do you reckon? Going to use it? Oh, they have.
Enrique's that he knew he hit it. He actually asked Wade. Big inside edge. He survives the over after a good review. 25 overs, halfway for Australia. 1-1-1 for 4.
Must have hit it. Must have hit this one.
Big shouts. Did he hit it? They're asking the question, and I think that's going to be the answer. Back, he goes back. It's in line. Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think his bat hit his pad. Right, I said that again. What's going on out there? No, that one's going down. Sorry, that's the wrong one. At the moment, Enriquez is not looking at making double figures again. Trouble. Prasanna is all over him. This is the one, 2 balls ago. Oh, I think that's hitting the stumps halfway up.
Look out. Men with the helmets on the field, crunching into each other. Moses Enriquez, 15 deliveries to 4. Now watch these two. Just as well they've got helmets on. Prasanna. Oh, that's a ripper. Come upstairs, please. Yes. Want to have a look at this for a stumping. Sri Lanka are all over it. And I think Moses Enriquez knows that the back leg has dragged out of the popping crease and he's got to go.
That's out. His foot's not even down, and that is not good. Enriquez again. He needs to do a lot of work. He's out. Australia's in trouble. He's out for 4. That's 118 for 5.
Travis Head. Young man. Making his way for Australia. So he comes out with a side in trouble because Moses Enriquez has been stumped quite comfortably in the end by Dinesh Chandimal.
Got done by the flight, didn't he? Perfect spin bowling, great keeping.
Australia with it all to do. 171 more runs required for victory. Just 132 balls.
Just short of Dhananjay De Silva. Yes, there's a unit of fast bowlers who are exciting. Dushmantha Chameera is one, and bowling the 140s. One Pradeep Suranga Lakmal. They got to develop. But for now,
Lovely shot through extra cover by Travis Head. Just the 8th 4 of the innings.
rare loose ball. Didn't hesitate, quickly down the wicket. Played some fantastic knocks in T20 cricket. Travis Head, big hit over the ball. So Brian, a lot being said about conditions, but I don't mind the home advantage here. I need it. Lift your head up, then you can look at expanding and covering other areas.
Big spin, too big for the liking of Michael Goff. Travis Head will keep the strike. 8 runs off that over. 30 have gone, 132 for 5. Asking rate now has gone up to 7.92 runs required per over. Start of the innings it was 5.78. Oh, he's trapped on the back foot, Head, but that was skinning on and probably going past leg stump.
Hit him on the back leg. I thought it was on the high side. This is very good bowling. They're not turning every ball. Some are sliding through. The variations from Dilruan Pereira, Ponso has been brilliant.
Two is the call. But in the end, they decide against it. That's good work out on the deep cover boundary.
Ponso again. Got to it, got rid of it. Couple of balls ago. Closer than I thought, Brian. Closer than I thought. But no reviews available for Sri Lanka. Wouldn't have made a difference.
Matthew Wade's 50 with that reverse sweep. And he'll come back for 3. It's his 9th 50 in one-day international cricket. He's only the 2nd Australian keeper to score a 50 against Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka, after Adam Gilchrist made 66 in Dambulla, our next stop on the tour. That was way back in 2004. Coming in up the order again today at number 5 and justifying that promotion. Over mid-on for 4. That's a good shot by Travis Head. With mid-on up in the circle, he took advantage of that fact. It's a second boundary.
Not an easy shot to play with the ball turning as it is. But you still have to try and go for the score. You never know. Long way to go. 18 overs remaining. Few lusty blows. Get those required runs down to 100. Faulkner Stark coming to play.
The most important thing to look at there is down the bottom. Australia need 114 more runs to win from 66 deliveries. A lot of work ahead. And bowling changes. Right now, one Pereira finishes his 10 overs, number 43, and a new one comes on down the other end.
We got quite a few Pereiras in the side. We got another Pereira who's not playing, Angelo Pereira, who's brought into the squad to replace Nuwan Pradeep. We got 2 Angelos, Angelo Pereira and Angelo Matthews. We got a few De Silvas, I think.
It's confusing for me. But good change, good bowling change. He's bowled 4 overs at the moment, 2 for 26.
I'm a strong believer that Thisara Pereira is such a great asset. The more than useful medium pace bowler can hit the ball hard and turn a game in no time with his power hitting. Lost a bit in his bowling later on, but I believe he's in the process of coming back. Got 2 wickets in his opening 4 overs, 2 vital wickets. Both openers, in fact, were dismissed by him. He's such an important asset in this Sri Lankan side. All Sri Lankans should be hoping that he will retain his form and live up to the reputation everyone knows he's capable of.
Yeah, and those early wickets were a key, weren't they? That power play, always important. Getting his field right. Beautiful ground here, big ground. Great atmosphere again today. Crowd has come in, follow Sri Lanka and try and make it 1-1 at the moment. Well bowled, change of pace. He's done so well. And we speak about early on getting wickets in the early power play, and his 2 wickets he got. I thought it was fantastic.
Absolutely, this was Warner. It was done by a delivery that bounced and left him. And then Finch just didn't have enough pace on the ball. Incidentally, I've been told that Tisara Perera is the quickest Sri Lankan to get the all-rounders double. 1,000 runs and 100 wickets in one-day cricket. Peaks of what he could do.
No, that's right. Super talented. More runs, good running by the Australians. But yes, he's been very impressive. Great to see those numbers. He might want to work on the batting average. We'll get that up a touch. But 126 wickets. Fantastic.
It's about his strike rate when it comes to Tisara Perera. He's so good. This is good fielding. Just recovered quickly, Dilshan. He's been outstanding at cover. His strike rate is phenomenal. T20 cricket particularly. And now, he's very much a limited over player. Hasn't really played first-class cricket since February 2014. So that's a long time not to play first-class cricket. And that's what we're talking about. Look at his strike rate. Over 100 in terms of runs and balls.
Yeah, very good. 80 not out. They want 2 and they'll get it. Big boundaries. The throw was wide, but it's difficult from out there. But even that delivery, which I like, it's change of pace. He's always thinking, a bit like Faulkner. It's not just about running in. Early on he did with a new ball, but now it's using different conditions, different deliveries. Smart.
That's the experience he brings in. He's played a lot of T20 cricket, has played in a lot of leagues, T20 leagues, so he knows how to bowl in difficult situations. Another slower delivery. This should be taken. It is. It's taken by Danushka Gunatilaka, the catcher. And Australia have lost their 6th. Wade, the batsman that the Sri Lankans wanted, dismissed.
We're talking about how good Perera is and the change of pace. This one was a seam up. It was a full toss. Wade found the man in the deep, and Perera keeps getting wickets on cue. New ball, 2 wickets now with the old 1-1. He has 3 for 33. Wade goes for a fine 76, and Australia 182 for 6. James Faulkner, been outstanding with the ball in the first 2 games. Strike rate of 111, best of 116 versus India. He's got great numbers, but he's going to need all that because of this. Wade got the full toss and hit it straight down the man in the deep.
Yeah, low, slow, full toss. Matthew Wade's best score in one-day cricket. In the end, holding out to Danushka Gunatilaka. Full toss, but low and slow. He had to drag it. So Sri Lanka got rid of the danger man. Man, that was really making things happen for Australia. Time for the 3rd power play. Angelo Matthews is back.
The noise in the stadium's just picked up a touch. They know they're close, making a 1-1 at the moment. Chanting out there, Sri Lanka. Love the atmosphere. Again, supporting this mixture of young and old, with Dilshan there as well, and getting their combinations, and they've really come back impressively. I think that's a great thing to see in the character of a side and the players in it.
It's a very good blend as far as Sri Lanka is concerned. Plenty of hope for the future with so many young players. Dilshan, as you said, competing with the younger guys. and rubbing his shoulders, particularly on the field, the way he's throwing himself around, fielding, leading somewhat by example, showing the others, and fielding in an important position at point.
Trouble. We're talking about the veteran Dilshan. He's still going, running around like a youngster. Travis Head cannot believe it. Unbelievable. Australia keep losing him.
The 50th scalp for Angelo Matthews in Sri Lanka. Tilakaratne Dilshan, the catcher. This is Head, looking to go over the top, looking to play a pull shot. Oh, he'll gobble it at any time of the day. Tilakaratne Dilshan found it so easy. Australia have lost the two set batsmen. This time Travis Head becoming Matthews' 50th victim in Sri Lanka. Got Dilshan out for 31. Australia are 184 for 7.
The new batsman Mitchell Starc with the cricket ball in his hand. He's amazing. Can bat. Still got a strike rate of 80, high score 52. Going to need every ounce of his ability at the moment to get Australia home. 105 now needed. Only 3 wickets. Matthews, 50 wickets in Sri Lanka. Fantastic performance. Leading from the front. The crowd, the noise, you can hear it, it's building. It's getting louder. They know they're so close. Drawing this series, making it 1-all. Faulkner off the mark. And they're loving it. 185 for 7. Travis Head tried. It's just too full. The outside edge high. Yes, they're off their seats. They know. The easiest of catches for the veteran. And had to go. He knows the disappointment that this game is slipping away.
Well, they've turned up in their numbers. The Sri Lankan fans have been outstanding. They've supported the team, particularly after a rather disappointing spell.
Starc is gone. First ball. Matthews, back-to-back wickets, the slower delivery. Starc smiles, he shouldn't be. Because they are in trouble. All done for Australia at the moment.
Angelo Matthews turning out with a fine all-round performance. Had a good outing with the bat, and now getting 2 wickets. And Mitch Starc out of the very first delivery, just patting it back. A rather soft dismissal. Australia slumping further. Starc out for naught. It's 185 for 8.
Adam Zampa now comes in. Australia lost their 8th wicket. Starc out for 0, and on that we thought we'd change a bit of commentary and get Brian Murgatroyd into the seat. Welcome.
Thank you, Damien. Arriving in a very happy moment for Sri Lanka. Good cutter from Angelo Matthews, and obligingly Mitchell Starc chips it straight back to him. That's 4. Just the 12th 4 of this innings, an indication of how Australia really have struggled to impose themselves. Faulkner's first boundary.
That'll feel nice. Faulkner, very useful down the order for the Aussies. Yeah, they've got a bit of work to do, there's no doubt about that, Murgers, in terms of looking at the balance of their side in these conditions, and guys performing and up to the task in these conditions in the subcontinent.
Coming back for 3, we wait for a signal. Just a little feather on that one from Faulkner, no signal from the umpire. End of the over. 200 is up, 201 for 8.
Well, there are options for Australia. Say, I think Moses Enriquez needs to take a bit of a blow. It's Sean Marsh sitting in there. It's not like Enriquez has bowled a truckload of overs, but he is an all-rounder for sure.
Well, that was a problem for Australia today as well, wasn't it? The fifth bowler. It was shared between Head, Enriquez and Finch. 11 overs they bowled. It cost 88.
Yeah, once again, picking specialists. Whether you've got a really true dynamic all-rounder that's going to get you 10 and say, yeah, I'm happy, this guy will bowl me 10. Or if you get a couple of guys that are a little bit bits and pieces, say, look, can we share 10, but we're mainly batters?
It's another beauty from Aponzo. And it's nice to see they can smile about it as well, batsman and keeper.
Oh, yeah, good luck with those. Yeah, rotates a strike. Not going to be enough, though, fortunately. But good for the series, got to say, Mugas. Singing and chanting here at Primadasa. Series of the Hero Cup. 5 matches. Looks like it's pretty much going to be 1-1.
Towards deep mid-wicket, and the catch is taken. That man, Dilshan, you just can't keep him out of the action. Another wicket for Aponzo. He deserves that. And the end is nigh, you would say, for Australia. Adam Zampa, the 9th man out.
Good on you, Dillers. Tilakaratne Dilshan. Trolling out in the deep this time. He has been dynamic at cover point, and at 45 as Dilshan. This time, as easy as you like, gets rid of the leggy. Adam Zampa. He's gone for 5. 9th one down at 202 here.
Nathan Lyon bringing up the rear for Australia. Opened the bowling today. Got the wicket of Tilakaratne Dilshan. Dilshan's had the last laugh today, picking up another catch in the outfield.
Yeah, all very simple.
Five bowlers have taken 3 wickets today. One of them is Aponzo. He'd be the man to take forfeit. Certainly deserves it. And beautifully from that bank of Ceylon end this evening. Oh, that's a big shout for LBW, and the finger goes up. 4 wickets for Aponzo, and victory for Sri Lanka. There is a review available.
Let's have the gents from downstairs, a Hawkeye. Here's the tracking. Straightening enough. Oh, it says it's sliding on to hit leg. Ah, yes, Mergers.
4 for 18 for Amila Aponzo. Terrific stuff from him. Michael Goff's got that one right. Finger goes up, and Sri Lanka win this second one-day international in the Hero Cup by 82 runs. It's their biggest win over Australia in one-day internationals in terms of runs. Previous highest mark was 79. The SCG in Sydney, that was way back in 2003. Here is their effort. They were chasing 289 for victory. Would have been their highest successful run chase against Sri Lanka. But they were nowhere near, if truth be told. And the writing was on the wall after the early loss of Warner and Finch. Smith promised, but wasn't able to deliver. Bailey the same. Matthew Wade was top scorer, pushed up the order for the 2nd time in succession, making his highest score in one-day internationals. There was a period where Wade and Travis Head were putting together a very useful 6th wicket stand. They added 64, in fact, and they were just threatening to put Australia in a position where they could have launched a final assault. But in the end, they weren't able to do that. And in fact, the last 5 wickets, they went down for the addition of just 24 runs. There's the bowling figures. Aponzo the standout, 4 for 18. But Thisara Pereira, terrific effort from him, picking up 3 big wickets. Angelo Matthews with the new ball was impressive as well. And Sikoge Prasanna back in the side today, the leg spinner. He was tidy. In fact, all the bowlers performed very creditably, and they never released the pressure on those Australian batsmen. Sri Lanka then winning the toss, deciding to bat. 288 they made in a very aggressive manner. 3 half-centuries, a hat-trick for James Faulkner. And Australia, in response, well, they tried, but in the face of some really top-class Sri Lankan cricket, they weren't able to get anywhere near their intended target.